Top 10 most beautiful orchids in the world. The beautiful orchids. They have got different meanings. The symbol of love, luxury, and sometimes strength. Around 30,000 species of orchids and its hybrid varieties exist in the universe. Of course, the concept of beauty may differ according to the persons. Meanwhile, I am listing the most beautiful 10 orchids, which I felt exceptional. Here it goes. Bamboo orchid is a charming species of orchid. It belongs to the genus Arundina. This tropical orchid flower is available in several regions such as India, Sri Lanka, China, and Singapore. The other name of the flower is Arundina graminifolia. The orchid flowers are light pinkish. The plants are taller. Because of this height, they got the name bamboo orchid. The flower stems will have several flowers at a time. For extended periods, flowers are thus present on the stem. That is to say, the flower has a similarity with Caladenia orchid types. The beautiful flowers are available plenty in summer and autumn time. Most importantly, the flower cluster can even contain 10 flowers at a time. The bamboo flowers are 5 to 8 centimeters in diameter. Inside the white disc, they have purple-colored beautiful lips. The leaves of the plant are linear. There are 2 varieties of this same plant. The color variants with little differences are also available in the species. The excellent color combination and the beautiful arrangement of petals give the flower an impressive look. In conclusion, bamboo orchid deserves their place on the list of top 10 most beautiful orchids in the world. Spagthoglottis Plicata is the next stunning orchid member on the list. The other names of the plant are Philippine ground orchid and large purple orchid. This evergreen orchid is a terrestrial plant. The flower is available in regions like Asia, Australia, and Western Pacific regions. The plant has got tall clumps in it. The flowers are forming as a cluster. In a flowering stem, nearly 40 pink flowers are growing. The flower petals are of the same length as the sepals of it, and the flower has got a T-shaped labellum. The tip of the column has a cap at its top and the pollen grains stored under the cap. The plant usually blooms seasonally. Even though the typical flower has a purple color, some variants have pale mauve flowers as well. The name of the white variation of the flower is Penang white. Moreover, an essential feature of the plant is the fast growth rate. In some regions, the beautiful flower cultivated as an ornamental flower. The high availability and adaptive nature of the plant make it a perfect choice. The artificial seeds are also available in the market. The purple beauty is a demanding member of the orchid family. Because of stunning look and color, the orchid holds a position in the list of most beautiful orchids in the universe. Miltassia is one among the beautiful-looking orchid types. Firstly, they are an intergenic hybrid orchid type. The abbreviated name of this type of variants is MTSSA. This type of orchid is believed to be the combination of orchid types Brassia and Miltonia. Both parents have features of Oncidium alliance orchids. As a result, this type of flower has similarities with characteristics of Oncidium family. The flower has got numerous color and pattern variants. However, the dark-colored petals with white spots in the middle are attractive in this type. The plant has got pseudo-bulbs out of the clumps. The long green leaves are usually growing upright from the bulbs. The spike of the plant has nearly 4 to 6 flowers over it. The attractive flower lasts for about weeks, and some variety of flowers lasts long. But very few types of family are not that shower. During late summer times the orchid blooms. Some flowers have an unusual appearance as well and match like spiders sometimes. The beautiful chocolate brown flower has a different and marvelous look. The plant is not that much tall. Because of this, it holds superb root systems. We need to enroll here the one which sprays different colored orchids, and this becomes the attractive chocolate brown queen in the orchid family. Miltassias can be located from light shaded to bright with some morning and or evening sun. Avoid afternoon sun during summer. They can be placed outside. Oncidium Forbesii is a beautiful orchid flower of Oncidium family. Their native is the southeast region of Brazil, and another name of the flower is Forbesii oncidium. Firstly, they were available in the older forest. However, they can colonize quickly into new regions. They grew well on other big trees. Some plants seem to grow in the land as well. The orchid plant is about 20 to 40 centimeters long in height, and they have variable size as well. The roots of the plant can grow longer from the plant. For instance, the root can spread more than 100 centimeters from the plant. The leaves of the plant are leathery. They are about 15 to 30 centimeters in length. Usually, 6 to 15 flowers grew on each stem. The diameter of the beautiful flower is about 5 to 6 centimeter. The color is sometimes reddish-brown or nut brown with yellow stripes over there. The combination of yellow and brown color gives a unique appearance to the flower. The dorsal petal of the flower has similarity with the shape of a claw, and flakes inside the flower have the separate round top as well. The flower has a stunning look with the wings and the patterns of brown and yellow over it. Due to this beautiful appearance, Oncidium Forbesii's orchids enlisted here. Plants blooms in the fall with several 6 centimeters wide flowers, grow in cool to warm conditions with moderate to bright light. Water the plant right before the potting mix starts to dry. Plants should be potted in a well-drained medium such as medium for bark. Betilla Striata is an attractive terrestrial orchid type. They are available in the regions such as Vietnam, Myanmar, Japan, and through China. This hardy terrestrial orchid has pinkish-purple flowers. The cattleya, like small flowers, is about 5 centimeters wide. The flower has 5 petals along with a lower lip. They bloom for about 4 to 6 weeks and the main blooming period is during the spring season. The leaves of the plant are pale green. They grow in sword shape, and this beauty queen has got recognition as award of garden merit. This flower is in high demand for decorative purposes, and they can increase the beauty of any regions such as borders, beds, or even rock gardens. The plant needs little bit watering at times. Betilla striata orchid has another name as Chinese round orchid. They are relatively inexpensive to cultivate, and the flower has some color variants in the same species. For instance, white and off-white colored flowers are also available. The most crucial factor in the cultivation is to provide moist medium as well as light watering for the plant. The beautiful flower has got more reputation for being unique and smooth. So, with all the stunning features, the flower is enlisted here. Betilla striata, known as hyacinth orchid or Chinese ground orchid, is a species of flowering plant in the orchid family Orchidaceae, native to Japan, Korea, Myanmar, and China. It is most commonly found growing in clumps alongside grassy slopes with sandy soil. Here comes a different beauty in the list called Spagthoglottis. This orchid flower has another name as king in his carriage. The flower belongs to the species of orchid endemic. They are available more in the southwest of Australia, and the flower has similarities with hammer orchids. Male thynid wasp helps this flower for doing the pollination. The labellum of the orchid has high similarity with a female thynid wasp. Due to this, pollination is made easy in this flower, and this type of orchid is the most common among Dracaea family orchids. This type of flower lacks a spine on the column. As a result, they can be easily distinguished. The sepal present at the back of the flower is about 8 to 10 millimeters long. Spagthoglottis, commonly known as king in his carriage, is a species of orchid endemic to the southwest of Western Australia. It is pollinated by a single species of male thynid wasp using sexual deception. The orchid's labellum is similar in shape and scent to a flightless female thynid wasp. It is the most common Dracaea and has the widest distribution. The orchid looks like a ballerina dancer. Therefore the flower is known as ballerina orchid. The beautiful ballerina dancer is one among the rare type of orchid. They are small. Another name of the flower is terrestrial spider orchid. These orchid plants grow as single or in groups. Every plant has a single leaf growing upwards. The length of the leaf is around 12 centimeters. The flower spike usually has a height of 15 centimeters. The ballerina dancer flower has a width of 4 to 5 centimeters. The color combination is cream with maroon markings over it. Moreover, the spider-like flower has hairs on the sepals and petals, and this type of orchid blooms from August to September. Besides, the plant sprouts annually from the tuber in the underground. Above all, the plants can live for many years. They will get maturity after a few years itself. The flowers will last for 2 weeks. On the other hand, the flowers often last till the next pollination. The geographical area of this flower is minimal. To sum up, the dancing girl deserves a place on the list of most beautiful orchids in the world. Red berry is a lovely orchid flower with a stunning look. This flower has a bright dark red color with tiny spots all over it, and the plant is comparatively smaller in size. But the spike is taller than the plant. The wine red color flower has a unique beauty. The spikes will have several flowers over it. Usually, it ranges from 10 to 15 flowers per spike. The plant spike needs nearly 2.5 months to get mature. Even though the flower is unscented, there is something special about this beautiful flower. The well-arranged petals have some patterns over it. They are of colors such as white, yellow, and pink. The first sight of the flower in the single stem gives a warm feel. Liparis, commonly known as white-lip orchids, Sphinx orchids, is a cosmopolitan genus of more than 350 species of orchids in the family Orchidaceae. Plants in this genus are terrestrial, lithophytic or epiphytic herbs with a wide range of forms. The flowers are usually resupinate and small to medium-sized, yellow, yellow-green or purplish with spreading sepals and petals. The labellum is usually larger than the sepals and petals and is lobed, sometimes with a toothed or wavy margin and one or two calli at its base. Liparis latifolia is the another cute-looking orchid in the list. The beautiful flower is available in regions such as Sabah, Malaysia, Thailand, and Timor. The flower grows like a cluster in the spike, and the fleshy conical spike will have several small flowers over that. Additionally, the orchid plant itself is short. The size of this beautiful flower is around 2 centimeters, and the flowers on the spike are sometimes dense. However, in some cases, the flower is distributed sparsely. The flowers have a mixed red color for the petals, and a white lid is grown straight from the center portion. It has got a yellow color on the top part, the small petals, and the lid gives a structure of little bird to this cute flower. The entire spike has a light brown color over it. The flower is used in various craft and design works. The vast availability and ease of cultivation make this flower a better option for decorative works as well. The beautiful flower has a cute look at first sight itself. Because of this, more orchid lovers loved this flower. The different shape and beautiful color combination gave this beauty, and Liparis latifolia becomes one of the gorgeous flowers in the world. White egret orchids are the elegant orchid flowers in the list. They are rare beauties with a native of Japan. Despite its small size, the flower is stunningly beautiful. The flower looks like a flock of doves. Also, the flower has a similarity with a bird taking flight. The wings like petals are outspread. The excellent flower has a beautiful scent as well, and this cute flower blooms in the middle of summer. The flower will last for about 1 month or more. The leaves of the flower are long, and the flower spikes are tall. Because of this, they stay escaped from the wind. If the plants are in full sun, it gives the best flowering, and in other words, the shades will reduce the number and size of the flower. The plant grows well in open moist space. But they are also adaptable to live in drier conditions. The slow grower plant produces various young plants and corms. The seeds of the plants are excellent. The small underground tuber supplies energy for the entire plant. The flower has got other names such as fringed orchid and sagiso. The flower is the official flower of Tokyo. Thus the mesmerizing white egret flower is one among the most beautiful orchids in the world.